Hello, my name is Dylan, but you can call me Buttercup. Welcome to Buttercup's Fascinations. Today I have for you an old Buttercup yarn art style video. I received a lovely message on Tumblr from someone who really liked this kind of video where I'm talking about projects and yarn and stuff. It was so lovely and kind of inspired me to do this kind of video again. And I recently went to Vogue Knitting Live, and got a bunch of yarn. Although this one here isn't from Vogue Knitting Live, but we'll get there. And yeah, I want to talk about all the projects I've got coming up. So let's do it. I'm going to go from closest to camera to furthest away for stability of pile reasons. So I'm going to start with this one in the front here. This is Prairie Spun DK from the Brown Sheep Company, in the colorway Huckleberry Pie. In this, I have 7 skeins of this, and I'm going to make a sweater for my uncle out of it. His birthday's coming up, and he's been doing so much for everybody but him, and I wanted to do something, special for him, because of how much he's been doing for everybody else. And so he helped me pick the pattern, he helped me pick the yarn, he picked the color and everything. It's coming across a lot bluer on camera, I think, than in person, but it's this nice dusky purple. It's gonna look really great. This is superwash merino wool. He is also super into wool. And yeah, this is going to make a really nice sweater. I'm really looking forward to it. I've already done all the math that I need to modify the pattern to make sure it fits him. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be great. So that's this. That's actually, once I finish this down here, which I'll talk about last, because it's on the bottom, I'm going to start on this. So, yeah. Looking forward to it. Okay. Next up is some Busy Peach fingering in Jamun Plum. This, I have 4 of this. I got because when I made the Zaftig tea by Sheila Toy Stromberg, I made it out of a yarn that really isn't great for knitting, and the fabric is just going super wonky. And at first I was like, it's fine, I can straighten it when I wear it, it's fine. But now it really annoys me. I'm not happy with that choice, and I want to make it again. So I got 4 of these at Vogue Knitting Live. Finally got to meet Laverne in person. It was great. I'm really excited. I'm really happy I got to meet her and buy from her in person. And I'm looking forward to remaking the Zaftig tea. So that's what this is for. This, I have 3 skeins of this out. because no two skeins look alike, as I'm sure you can see. And this is fairly representative. I have 10 skeins of this. And get out there. This is Feederbrook Farms Entropy Decay base in the colorway Luminous Flux. 100% Blue Face Leicester wool. And when I was looking at this, I got this at Vogue Knitting Live as well. And when I was looking at it at first, I was kind of staring at it, trying to decide whether or not I wanted it. You know, it's these lovely bright colors, but, you know, that is kind of a lot of yellow in some of them, and I'm not the biggest fan of yellow. And while I was considering, I was also comparing it to my neon rainbow cardigan that I crocheted, because these are basically the same colors as in there, like almost exactly the same colors. Everything is looking really blue right now on camera, but that's fine. But it's basically the same colors. And I was thinking about it, and while I was thinking about it, multiple people came up to me and were like, "Oh, that's a really bright color. I don't know about that." And I had my neon rainbow cardigan, you know, kind of slung over my bag, and I would lift it up and compare and be like, "Well, they're the same color." And every single one who did that was like, "Oh, you know what you're about. Okay, never mind." And I thought that was really funny. Even the cashier, even the person who rang up my order, like who took my payment, was like, "That's really bright. Are you sure about that?" I was like, "Yes, I know what I'm about." You know, like, it matches. It matches this other cardigan that I have with me right now. And that reassured the cashier. And it's so interesting. Nobody ever thinks I know what I'm about, but I know what I'm about. When I went to cut my hair real short the most recent time, I went to a new salon for a variety of reasons, and I walked in and my hair was pretty long, and I said, "Yeah, I want to get it get it really, really, really short." And they're like, "Are you sure about that?" And I said, "Yes, I'm sure about that. I've done it before multiple times." And they go, "Oh, you've done it before. Okay. You're fine then." And I get it, you know, everyone who has that kind of reaction to something that I'm doing, you know, wants to make sure that I don't regret what I'm doing. But I know what I'm about. I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm an adult. I may have a baby face, but I am an adult. I know what I'm doing. I can make my own decisions. Thank you very much. So, but I'm going to make a cardigan. I have 10 total. These are just 3 of them. This is actually going to be another remake for me. My All of the Lights cardigan by Joji Locatelli. I originally made it with hemp, black hemp, and it's gorgeous. And again, at first I was happy enough with it. But now I've made a bunch of other things, and it's nowhere near as soft as any of them. And, you know, I find myself not wanting to wear it as much as I thought I would. which is really disappointing because it's gorgeous. And originally I was thinking I would remake it in black. You know, it's a really good professional kind of sweater. But this yarn kind of jumped into my bag. I had to get it because it matched with my sweaters, my other sweaters so well. And I think, like, that other neon rainbow sweater, I wear it all the time. I love it. So might as well. And this one will be wool, so it'll be even warmer, even lovelier. So that's what I'm doing with that. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be so fun to work up. Okay. Next up, these two kind of go together. No, well, not kind of. These are the same project. So, these are from Oink Pigments. This is their disco base, which is superwash merino with sparkle, which is really cool. And this is their Targhee pigtails. So this is 90% Targhee and 10% nylon. And this is their inclusive rainbow pigtail set, the deep version. There's a deep, a brights, and a pastels. It's me. I went for the deep. And a few years ago, their Halloween kit was for the Clairvoyant shawl by Totally Rad Jess, which at first they only had available in wool, and at the time I was still allergic to wool. So I emailed them and I asked, hey, is it possible to do this in your non-wool fingering base? And they said yes. They did it. They dyed that up for me, which was really, really, really cool of them. I was so happy. And I got to meet a couple of them at Vogue Knitting Live, and they both remembered that. And it was great. I was so excited. I was so happy. And I knew I wanted to get something. I wasn't sure what. Then I saw these and I was like, oh, I can make another Clairvoyant shawl, but in pride colors. Oh, so this set is the colors of the Philly Pride flag, plus a couple others. There's 12 total colors in here. But the Philly Pride has the addition of black and brown for folks of color. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. But the Clairvoyant shawl takes 12 colors, 12 minis like this, and a main color. And I was stuck on a main color. I was having so much trouble deciding. I actually asked for help from the people in the booth, because I really couldn't decide. They had this one. This is the color Turn Up the Beat. Where is it on it's on the label somewhere. It's in there. I don't think you can read it, but Turn Up the Beat. Oink Pigments are very silly people. My kind of people. It was between this color on this base, and where is it? this color on this base. And the sparkle, it contrasted enough. I don't think it would have kind of receded in the sections with these two colors, with either of these. This is the only one that's not in this set. This is, I believe, the analog of this in the Brights set. But this one, like, they all looked good. I was holding them up together and they all looked good together, which did not make it easier for me at all in any way. So I asked for help, and this one, we settled on this one because number one, it's my favorite shade of purple, and number two, it pops with the rest of the palette. You know, it adds that pop of color. So I think it's going to look great. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to make it and to have it as well. And when I'm done talking about these, I'm putting them up on my computer. I don't want to put them on my bed because my kitties are there right now, and I've discovered they like snuggling with wool. And some of this is not superwash, and I don't want them to felt it. Like this is not, oh, this is superwash turkey. This is superwash. I'm gonna put this one on my bed behind me, just because the pile on my computer is kind of towering now. So that just leaves this, which is not the yarn that I got recently or at Vogue Knitting Live. This is my deep winter coat from Wool and Pine. I've been working on this for a few weeks. So here's the underarm. Down here, I've been working on the body for several inches. I need to get it to, I think, 15 inches is what it said in the pattern. I'm aiming for the end of a full chart repeat, so about here, kind of. And there's, so the reason I haven't talked about yarn stuff in a while is because I was working on a project that really frustrated me to the point that I really didn't want to talk about it. I just wanted it to be done and over with. And this isn't nearly to that extent, but it is 3 charts in one row, and I do not work well from charts. It's like having a conversation in a language that is not your native language, and you have to translate everything everyone else says and everything you say, and it takes a lot more brain power than just speaking in your native language. Charts are like that for me. Back here is my mic stand. But charts they require so much more brain power from me. And so it's been challenging. I've been getting better at reading charts by doing this project, which is fantastic. you know, I don't think I'll ever prefer charts over written instructions, but I am getting better at reading charts, which is really helpful. It's been making it go faster as I go along, and it's going to be really nice. I have jury duty coming up, and I would really like to finish this by that day so that I can wear it to the courthouse. I'm going to wear some kind of handmade cardigan to the courthouse unless it's 1,000,000 degrees out. So, but I would like it to be this one because it's 2 strands of worsted weight held together. It's a cone cotton. I'm not going to mention the brand or anything because I'm not very happy with it. I got 6 cones, and every single one had at least one knot. A couple of them had more than one. I think one had 3 knots, and I'm a little disappointed in that. I did not get a single cone with no knots. So I'm disappointed. But it's a lovely color. And the cables are really popping. I really like it. I really like how it's coming out and everything. So I'm looking forward to having this to wear. And I really hope I get to wear it to jury duty. Because, it's nice. It's nice and squishy. The cables are nice and squishy. And I'm looking forward to wearing it. So I think that is all I have for today. Let me know if you two really like this kind of video where I'm talking about my projects and about yarn that I've gotten recently. I might try to add another talking video every month just for talking about my projects. They might not be super long. Depending on what I'm working on, there might not be a lot to update. But, that message that I got, that message means a lot to me because I kind of didn't think anybody cared about these videos. I didn't think they mattered to anybody but me. And to know that these ones in particular, where I'm talking about my projects and my yarn, mean something to somebody, that means a lot to me. So, I think in addition to my general talking video, the first weekend of every month, I think the third weekend of every month, I'll add in a video talking about my projects and my yarn and what I've got going on. Maybe. I think I will. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like as well. So, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.